Alright, I believe we're up. It's been a little bit of a while since the last stream. Audio is working. It appears like we are ready. Alright, so hello everyone, welcome back to the Hurricane HQ. Today we are going to be joined by Manny.
Yeah.
And yeah, right, we're gonna be doing some coverage of Hurricane Ian as it impacts the Floridian coast. Currently, the eye of Ian is just to the north of Cape Coral.
It's you.
I know. I keep saying it wrong. Sorry if I do pronounce it wrong. It's Ian, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit of an odd name for a storm. Usually they're like different languages. Let's fix this real quick so you can actually... talk real quick.
Me?
Alright, yep, that works. The stream can hear you now on the thing. So that's perfect. Alright. So let's first take a look at radar real quick and see what our current situation is. So currently Ian is a category 4 hurricane at 155 mile per hour. If we take a look at the National Hurricane Center, you can see that current pressure is 937 millibars. Movement north-northeast at 8 knots or 9 mile per hour. Current forecast cone for Ian brings it right into Central Florida here. So it has actually made landfall just minutes ago, although currently Ian is bringing hurricane force winds to much of the western Florida coastline. Travel storm warnings extending all the way from the Tallahassee region, just to the south of Tallahassee, all the way down to Key West, and back up into the Carolinas, where a hurricane watch is also in effect, as there is the potential for Ian to re-strengthen into a hurricane in the Atlantic, although at this time it's looking less likely than not. So yeah, right now, when we're looking at the current radar here, very well-defined eye on radar right now, and a very big band of rainfall in the eye wall, mostly the northern portion. So if you are in South Sarasota Beach, Vamo, Osprey, Venice Gardens, Northport, Englewood, Murdoch, Port Charlotte, Minnesota Key, Harbor Heights, those areas, you are in a flash flood warning, and this band of really heavy rainfall is moving quite slow over this area and also intensifying, so please, you are going to want to monitor the current flood situation.
Anyone in the south of the eye wall currently is getting that storm surge, like Naples and Fort Myers. Fort Myers did get the eye wall, but they were also on the southern side of the eye wall, so they got both, which is just hard. Current storm surge right now in Naples is 6.2 feet, and in Fort Myers it's currently 4.3 feet. So that is definitely high storm surge currently in those areas.
Yeah, it's quite high. And luckily, we actually do have a lot of people on the ground here. So we have cyclone port stations just in the eye wall right here, as well as some storm chasers collecting some data here. So we might be able to get some data coming in from some of these storm chasers, as you can see right here. Brandon Kopic here. is seeing some windy conditions, and if you take a look at...
Anyone else? If anyone else is looking at the webcam right now, you just saw a sign get blown towards Sugarcane Tori, so this is producing damage right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we also do have a extreme wind warning in effect. It's a bit hard to see on this radar here, but it's this pink region. I'll actually try and make that a bit more bold here. This region right here is where we are seeing this extreme wind warning. So if you are in this region, it looks like the largest city here is Cape Coral area. But if you are in this region, extreme wind warning. Treat this as a tornado, as winds are going to be very damaging, almost similarly to a weak to moderate tornado. Some of these winds here, so definitely want to get to that most interior room on the lowest floor of your home, as that is the safest place to be when encountering the eye wall from this storm. And I am going to try and pull up some webcams.
Yeah, early talking about gusts right now in Ponta Gorda at their airport, which is a little bit more inland of Puerto Gorda, but currently 124 is the current wind gusts right now at the Puerto Gorda airport.
Mm-hmm. And I am starting to share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. So I'm just going to try and find some earth cams. How do you even work this website? Let's see. We really need that map.
They have Brendan.
Okay, yeah. So we have this webcam here, all these stupid ads. But yeah, very dangerous conditions are occurring on the ground.
You can also use different, like, Hurricane doesn't have a lot of cameras.
Yeah.
Like Naples. Venice.
So let's see if we can get any view from on the ground. Actually, it looks like there is an earth cam further at Naples. Whoa, okay. Take a look at this. As you can see, very intense marine conditions currently occurring in Naples, Florida right here. The storm surge is just up to this pier here, and the waves are splashing right over it. Luckily, there is no dumb people on the pier right now. I know earlier there was actually a problem with that, people going onto the beach during this, which is never a good idea. But just looking at a video like this, this is just crazy. It's just best to stay away from the water. I know some people have been going in the water in Florida today.
Fort Myers one, that's even more crazy right now.
Fort Myers.
It's above the pier.
Let's take a look at Fort Myers.
It doesn't matter. The pier one, or not the pier. Either one, I don't know.
This one doesn't have anything.
But Fort Myers right now. Do that NBC one. No, that's it. Well, actually, what is Spark?
Nope.
What's at the bottom? Oh.
Try this one. It's almost impossible to find good webcams. Dang it. Let's try this. It's almost impossible to find a good webcam on here, but webcams are just so useful because they show you what's actually going on. Webcam is momentarily down for maintenance. Great.
Okay. Well, I know there's one. I'm gonna see if I can find one.
I'll just refer this Naples one again. This is just very bad conditions here in Naples, Florida. Make sure to keep that on. If we take a look at our current satellite here, you could see very well-defined eye, although it is starting to kind of become, I don't know what a good word for it is, but you can kind of see it's becoming a bit more cloudy within the eye. So this isn't the kind of storm that you're going to see that perfect-looking eye where it's completely clear in the center. This is just not that storm. I mean, it's going to be much better. There's probably not even going to be any precipitation in the center, and there might even be some sunlight. Although, honestly, I'd say it's not going to be very clear. If anything, going to be just some white clouds in the eye wall, or really in the eye. In the eye wall, it's a really bad situation right now, especially in the north. Let's take a look at that extreme wind warning again if I open up Twitter. Why is that up there? So here's that extreme wind warning that I mentioned earlier. As you can see, hazard is extremely dangerous hurricane force winds. And it says, move to an interior room now. Treat this like a tornado, because that is the kind of winds we are seeing with this. We are seeing wind gusts over Category 5 strength, at least with gusts. So anyone in any of these cities here, especially Cape Coral, Bonita Springs region, take shelter now if you are still there. I can't emphasize this enough, but it's important to evacuate if you're on the coast with these types of situations. It's just not wise to stay there, but I know some people might still be there. And if people are still there, I encourage you, get out of there now. Or don't listen to me. Take shelter now. Get away from windows. Get to the most interior room on the lowest floor of your home, and seek shelter for the next few hours. This is in effect until a little after midnight, which is estimated around 1 a.m. tonight. So seek shelter in that interior room and stay there, because there is just not safe. Debris can cause serious injury, especially if it crashes into a window. So definitely take shelter indoors, because this is a very serious situation currently ongoing on the ground here in Western Florida, in the Fort Myers region. And yeah, there is also this one is also in effect for the Fort Myers region as well. So if you are in Fort Myers, I'm not sure why it isn't popping up on this one. Seek shelter immediately, as Fort Myers is also in this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Fort Myers is in that extreme wind warning, so if you are in Fort Myers, seek shelter immediately, as very dangerous winds are occurring, and it looks like the eye is just gonna possibly miss Fort Myers to the west. So, Fort Myers might not see a break from those winds. It's kind of on the edge of the eye wall and that center of circulation there. But a very dangerous situation is occurring on the ground right now. So, again, seek shelter now. And there's also a flash flood warning in effect for these same regions here. So, flash flooding is occurring according to radar and gauges. So, seek shelter if you are in those regions. And there is also a storm surge warning, so if you are on the coast, also you want to get to higher ground, as storm surge is a major problem in these regions. And storm surge warning is in place for much of the Floridian coast right now.
Oh, the METAR station is still reporting 124 as of now.
124? Okay. Turn on MPing. Turn on METAR stations.
Oh wait, no. It dropped. Never mind. That was like. Okay, mine was just back up. But no, it's still there. It has a gust of 124 still in Ponta Gorda Airport.
And we're also getting some new data in from Fort Myers. Wind gusts of 100 mile per hour have been observed, so there's a severe criteria has been met for gusts if this was a severe thunderstorm. Yeah, so this station is definitely getting yeah, that's a lot of winds. And we're also getting another station here, 124 wind gusts. I think you just mentioned that in Punta Gorda. Yeah, very significant wind gusts there.
Ponta Gorda.
Ponta Gorda, yeah. And then all the way in Venice, we're also getting gusts of 124 mile per hour. Again, extremely dangerous wind gusts are being observed here. So seek shelter now if you're in those regions.
Is Fort Myers near any type of international? I mean, not international, interstate?
Fort Myers. Yeah, well, Interstate 41A. Also, 75. Interstate 75.
What about just a regular road?
There's plenty of regular roads.
I mean, like state highway.
Yes. 41A. And 41. Take a look at. Yeah, also, gusts to 124. Even as north as like St. Petersburg, even as north as St. Petersburg, getting gusts in the 120s right now.
120.
Somehow.
In St. Petersburg?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tampa.
That's even
Tampa.
more.
It says gusts of 124.
Arizona's closer to the high wall, and they've only gusted to only 70.
No, Sarasota's at 124.
No, they're at 56 right now.
Wow, it says 124.
Are you looking at? What are you looking at?
METARs.
Because if they all say 24, then that's just.
They don't all say 124. One all the way north in like Crystal River, so far north, it's like only 25.
Has only gusted to 70. Tampa's only gusted to 70.
Well, it says St. Petersburg, Albert is
61.
No, not right now. Maximum. Oh wait, never mind. Wait.
What?
Wait. What the heck is going on here? It says peak wind gusts of 61 mile per hour.
Yeah, which is.
Then why does it say gust 124?
Does it say that on all of them? It says severe criteria.
Oh, it does say that. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't say that on all of them.
I'll show us soon.
I don't know. We'll just go with the other one.
Miami hasn't even been close to 100. How are they at 100?
Peak wind gusts 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on. We're not gonna use the peak wind gust. We're gonna use the well, peak wind gust. Wait. All right, yeah. We'll go with that. Let's take a look at Weather Underground, see what they're observing. Weather Undergrounds might have some stuff unless all those stations are destroyed. Oh, yep, these stations are picking up wind. We have gusts of 68 near Northport, Cape Coral, gusts up to 56. Gusts up to 80 near Manatee County. Yeah, gusts up to 70 in a lot of those regions there. So, again, if you are anywhere in that extreme wind warning, seek shelter immediately, as this is a pretty significant storm which is moving through. Category 4, 155 mile per hour sustained, is likely across some of these regions here. So, again, seek shelter immediately if are in those regions which are being affected the worst by the storm. Take a look at Newark.
Webcam in Fort Myers.
There's one.
No, they're all down.
Oh, yeah.
The only live shot you guys can get is if you watch the weather channel with Mike Seidel. That's the literally only live shot. Unless, I mean, there's other hurricane chasers or storm seekers out right now, which is where you can also get that information from. Especially Severe Studios, you can check their website out. We can't display it on the stream, but you guys can check it out yourselves.
And this isn't exactly fully related, but Sebastian's seeing peak wind gusts of 30 mile per hour. Over there in Tallahassee, so pretty big wind field with this storm, even right now.
And as Ian has made his landfall, if you just take a look and loop it, you can see that it is weakening. If you just take a look at how small the eye has gotten already, because it was about.
Oh yeah, just on satellite alone, you could see that.
Yeah, it was about 29 miles wide, and now it's only about 20 miles wide. So it's definitely shrinking, and it's gonna get smaller and smaller, and then it's gonna go away. And now we're talking about hurricane conditions moving into Orlando in probably the next couple of minutes. I mean, not minutes. Next couple of hours. And then potentially moving back into the Atlantic. Well, not potentially. Moving back into the Atlantic, hitting South Carolina and Georgia, and then moving into North Carolina and Tennessee.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at satellite right now. Yeah, it is really starting to collapse, that eye. We might even see it disappear in the next few hours.
Yeah.
I know this storm is actually going to become a tropical storm in, take a look actually when. By 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, it's going to be a 70 mile per hour tropical storm over in Kissimmee area.
This is what I was wondering. How is it a tropical storm all the way in the Kissimmee area? Why did they put a hurricane warning?
Because keep in mind, it goes from Cat 3 to tropical storm. In between, it's still going to be a hurricane, so just about right over Kissimmee where it's going to weaken. So that wind field will still extend, probably.
Yeah, but there's a hurricane warning from coast to coast.
Yeah.
Which is what I use.
Yeah, I'm saying I think it's because of the wind field. There's
But how do you
potential, and keep
confirm?
in mind that's 70 mile per hour. There's a chance it might hold up at 75.
I guess.
So I think they're just doing that because it's going to be quite close, and the wind field too is going to add to that. So there is probably some chance that it's going to last all the way over there as a hurricane, if anything, a very weak one.
The latest live shots from Ponta Gorda has shown leaves, all leaves off of the palm trees, multiple palm trees. They're all gone away. Like I said earlier, that sign got blown towards Jim Cantori.
Yeah, and usually those palm trees are the most resilient trees.
Yeah.
I feel like this storm, as it weakens, is going to become... I feel like it might even get heavier rainfall as it weakens.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're even starting to see that right now. Like, if you loop the radar, the rain is getting, like, much, like, a bit higher in, like, the Northport area over there.
Yeah, and like the Brandon area, they formed a new band that was never there like an hour ago.
Yeah. So, I'd honestly say, what the heck is going on here? Nothing to worry about there. Also, just look at the velocity. Those winds are really strong on there.
Oh yeah.
We're seeing winds all the way in the 60s, 80s. Quite intense winds, if I'm going to say. And we also still do have that enhanced risk and effect for the east coast of Florida, the Space Coast region.
Surprisingly, we currently have airlines flying through Florida. Through this, well, not exactly through the eye like that JetBlue one did.
Oh, I remember that. They
Yeah.
actually responded to one of those tweets saying, "We got this."
Yeah. But we do have, they're all avoiding the eyewall, which is great. But,
Yeah, I see American Airlines one flying from Miami to Charlotte.
Yeah, they're not really gonna get impacted. They're all going away from the eyewall and stuff.
Although
But-
Delta is moving south.
Yeah, they're going to West Palm Beach, but they're gonna make a turn, hopefully, soon.
Where is West Palm Beach exactly? Well, it's obviously the West Coast, but...
North
Oh,
of,
never mind, it's the East Coast.
that's my favorite city in Florida. Kind of offended you don't know.
I don't know your favorite city in every state.
Kind of should. A lot of people know.
And we do have that Hurricane Hunter that's currently in the storm right now. You can see it on flight radar.
Yeah.
Just to the west of Cape Coral over there.
We got all that information right before the storm made its landfall.
And we could actually take a look at some of that data they're getting. There's one flight coming in. They actually got a pressure of 938 millibars.
Wow, still that low.
Yeah.
But they brought it up to 942. Oh, the 4 p.m. advisory just came in. Now, the pressure is 942. That's what I was reading. Okay. It is now 145. So it's only going down 5 miles per hour. So it's still strong. Still Cat 4, and it is moving.
What is it,
northeast.
950?
What?
945?
What happened?
What's the wind?
The wind is how can the wind be 945? Very confused there.
It dropped 10 mile per hour.
No, it only dropped 5.
From 155?
No, it was at 150 in the last one.
What?
They had an hourly update because it.
Oh, when we started the stream, it was at 1:55. For me, it still is, via the 2 p.m.
They have a 3 p.m. update. I hope you know that.
All right, but it's not on their website. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, it is. It's
Then
at
what?
the bottom. It's always at the bottom. Now it's at 4 p.m., but it was literally at 3 p.m.
I'm going off like the normal updates.
That is the normal updates.
No, it's the normal update is always when you hover over the storm what the wind says.
Yeah, but they have special updates.
Yeah, those are special updates, not normal updates.
Yeah, but they also show you the winds and the pressure and the new.
No one said they don't.
It was 150. Now it's 145. So it's only going down 5 miles per hour, and it's moving slower. Now it's moving at 9 miles per hour instead of.
I'm surprised they brought the pressure down. They're still getting 938. Why? Oh, well. This is probably older.
Sandy, I hate to bring this back, but Sandy had a low pressure. It was 940 and only a Cat 1, so that's a good example that the pressure can still be low, still have a strong storm, but just not as much of a strong wind event. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, the storm's more so in what's the word? Not exploding, but gaining strength, but also weakening at the same time. We're gonna have a lot of tornadoes potentially for portions of Orlando and Palm Bay, up to Daytona Beach. So we have to see what does happen with those regions.
Yeah, and they are still in that tornado watch. I'll actually pull that up on the Storm Prediction Center for everyone to see. There is a tornado watch in effect. Let's see where it is. Here it is. This tornado watch includes the cities of Fort Myers, Sarasota, Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Melbourne. If you're in any of those cities, you are in a tornado watch. The likelihood of tornadoes is high, while the likelihood of EF2 plus tornadoes is low. All other threats are also considered either low or very low here. So the primary threat is just weak, low-end tornadoes. Looks to be our main threat at this time. So if you are in any of those counties which are in that tornado watch, be prepared to seek shelter if you aren't already in one of those areas getting affected by those extreme hurricane force winds. There is also an enhanced risk in effect for severe weather. I'll pull that up right here in the southern United States. Eastern Florida here. Enhanced risk for severe weather on the Space Coast. 10% for tornadoes looks to be our main threat. No risk for hail and about a 5% for winds. And yeah, again, our main threat looks to be tornadoes in the Melbourne/Space Coast region.
So Ian, if you kind of compare Ian versus Charlie, Charlie was back in 2004, and Ian is of course present time. They both made landfall literally almost the same places. Just Charlie was just like a little bit more east, but they literally made landfall on the same island, like right along that sliver there, west of Cape Coral. But Ian made landfall 10 mile per hour stronger than Charlie. So this, there's a difference between Charlie and Ian, and Charlie was also very small compared to Ian, because Ian had a huge eye wall as of now.
And yeah, it does look like that rain threat is going to continue increasing in the next few hours as Ian is moving onto land here. And the eye is also becoming a little bit less organized, even on radar here. Kind of see it's starting to fall apart. Slowly. But yeah, at this time, extreme wind warnings remain in effect. Those go from Sarasota all the way down to Fort Myers Beach region and Bonita Springs. Extreme wind warning for hurricane force winds over 140 mile per hour. And that is sustained. Now we're going to take a look at some flash flood alerts, which are currently in effect. So we have a flash flood warning for portions of Sarasota Beach, Vamo, Osprey, Venice, Venice Gardens, Northport, Murdoch, Charlotte Beach, Minnesota Key, Inglewood, and Rotunda. If you're in any of those regions, you are in a flash flood warning, and this is confirmed by rain gauges and by radar. So flash flood warning remains in effect for those regions.
The Storm Prediction Center has issued Tropical Storm Watch 547. This is for parts of Florida, including Orlando, Sebastian, Florida. No.
Wait, what is it? A tropical storm watch?
No, Tornado Watch, new.
Oh.
This includes Palm Coast, Deltona, Kissimmee, Palm Bay, Port St. Lucie, Jupiter Farms, and why am I okay? I keep forgetting how to pronounce this. I pronounced this literally yesterday. Titusville. And this includes the primary threat zone includes tornadoes, isolated hail up to half-inch size, and then isolated gusts up to 60 miles per hour possible.
And on the screen you can also see it does include some of the coastal zones as well as Cape Canaveral region here, so definitely gotta watch out for this. Around 4 million people do live here with 764 schools, 47 hospitals are in this region. Isolated wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour are possible during thunderstorms. Isolated hail up to half-inch size are also possible during thunderstorms, and a few tornadoes are possible as well.
Most of the schools are closed, so everybody should be indoors as of now in those areas.
No idea what that's about.
Oh yeah, that's when Jim Cantori fell.
Oh.
There was a meme on that saying, the tree branch said, "Let me live."
Ha.
And then he had to hold on to the pole right there, which you'll see.
Whoa.
And then a few moments after that, the sign, one of the signs from like down the street, like flew at him. That might show up like in a later time, not now, but.
Yeah. Dang.
Sharks reportedly swimming in the streets. I don't know, are there any deaths so far?
I'm not sure.
Not so far that I know of, at least. What in the world? Yeah, that is not okay. That is.
Do not do this. You never know what's in this water. Like this guy said, it could be chemicals, snakes,
It could be a
sharks,
wire.
like they said.
It could be a wire in the water that is
Mm-hmm.
still active and could electrocute you.
That is
There could,
disgusting.
yeah, and that's really just disgusting.
Look at that water. It's all brown, too. This is what you shouldn't do. Don't do this. Never be like this dude.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is stupid.
There'd be alligators still.
Actually, yeah. Did you hear that in Florida? That's a big thing there.
I don't like one. That's my biggest fear. There's a hurricane, floods, and then alligators are just in the water. There's a movie on that. I should watch that. And diseases. There could be diseases in that water.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it is very windy there. See, he's got the baseball helmet on.
Nate is underwater. You need to look at that right now.
What is?
Naples they're underwater.
Well, how do I look at that?
Just gotta look it up. On like Twitter. Because that's the only place that they really show it. Ooh, I got an amazing webcam that you need to look at.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
And what's going on? Well, you guys were just talking about storm surge. For most people, that feels like a flood. This is
That's for my
big ocean coming into Naples. There
is
no
it?
delineation anymore
Ooh.
between Mexico and Naples at this point. There used to be.
Oh no. You need to look at Fort Myers. Naples, yeah, they're getting bad too, but you need to look at Fort Myers.
Okay, yeah, that's also bad.
Yeah, that's coming right out of the water.
Mm-hmm. And this is what people swimming in. You could see debris in there. That's what you don't want to be in. Ooh.
HQ,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah, we got good webcam.
Ooh. So that's pretty bad.
I got a good webcam.
Ooh, that is really bad. Ooh. This is really bad. Man, look at this. This is really bad. This is really bad.
Where's that, Fort Myers Beach?
Mm-hmm.
Is that live?
Not live, but it was posted 2 hours ago.
Oh, what did I say?
Ah! Wow. Alright, that is pretty intense winds currently occurring in Fort Myers, and similar conditions are occurring. There's a lot of videos coming out of Fort Myers and those similar areas there. Like, take a look at videos like this. This is really bad stuff that's currently happening. And this is all quite recent. 1 hours ago, if not sooner. This is really quite damaging storm surge here, and it's really if anyone is still here, get to higher ground. That's all I could say.
You need to search up City of Sanibel. I can tell you how to spell that. No, not in Twitter. There's a webcam for it, and there is flooding. City of it's SANI.
I got it.
Yeah. Live cam. Oh no, they have a live sheet cams right there. I should have saw that, but still, right there. And look at the. No. Just no. Go down. Go to the one that's go down. No, like keep going. There's a specific one. Yeah, the Perwick, Periwinkle, and Castle Yell. Yabel. I don't know how to say it.
Unavailable.
It is available.
No, it's not.
It's working for me.
I think it just went
Well,
down.
You can see that it's flooding. I mean, there might be other ones that you can look at. Oh yeah, there's something on your end. Because it's working right now.
I don't get why all this garbage. I don't know why all these websites are all garbage. They never work.
They do work.
Well, no, I know sometimes they work, but a lot of times they don't. Like, you might not. I'm not sure what this one specifically. I'm saying a lot of them don't work. Let's see if there's anything new here. Oh, this is the Naples fire station.
Or are they underwater?
Partly, yeah. Okay. Oh, they're getting everything out of the truck.
That's up to their chest. That's probably about 4 feet right there.
And they're probably in the better areas of Naples there. With storm surge. Yeah, wouldn't it be fun to be one of these people out there? What's going on here?
I'll be right back.
Huh. Interesting. I never noticed that. But back to the radar here. So it does look like the rain is starting to die down a little bit as well. Just slightly. In some areas. But yeah, this storm is definitely weakening significantly as it does move over land. And keep in mind, this is partly over water still right now. There is bays and stuff that this is over, so I feel like this storm is really going to start collapsing as soon as it makes its way over true land here in Florida. If we take a look at satellite real quick. Refresh this. This is the latest imagery. The eye is really collapsing right now. And pretty soon, we're not even going to have an eye at all. At this point. Because right now, the eye of Ian is really starting to collapse. You could just see that. Right as it starts to move over land, the eye just falls apart. So this storm is going to begin a rapid weakening trend starting quite soon. Lake Okeechobee is not going to save this one. Nor any of these bays. We can actually even take a look at the full radar of this. This is the full radar of this storm. We could actually increase the number of frames. Double it. It's even there. Watch the progression of this storm. It slows down, begins to speed up, and then just collapses as it hits land.
The 435 update is now out. Still 145. Pressure though has gone up, down. No, hold on. I have a look. It has. What was it at last?
Hmm?
Do you know what the pressure was at last?
Didn't you say 140 something? 142, I think.
Pressure, not wind. Pressure.
I meant I meant 940 something.
Okay, so the pressure is at 942 still.
Yeah, this storm is really just starting to die. Once it heads over land, it just starts dying. Let's take a look at infrared here. Like, look at it right before it, like, hit any land. It was just exploding with convection. And now all that convection is all but gone. It's really starting to die out. The eye is collapsing and the convection is just dissipating. While there are some little bursts over the water, it's probably going to start dying out a lot of this convection. Although I feel like that the rainfall is going to begin increasing at the same time.
Now that I think about it, wouldn't a remnant or a tropical depression have more convection or storms than a hurricane?
Depends.
Because I feel like a lot of remnants cause a lot of tornadoes, threats, and depression.
Yeah, but instead of hurricanes, just with hurricanes, you don't notice it as much. I mean, maybe they don't have, like, tornadoes that are that severe, as, like, we got that one time, but they can still happen in a lot of tornadoes. Especially with the outer bands.
Yeah, well, I feel like the outer bands are mainly just like thunderstorms.
Like, frequently create tornadoes.
Oh, Ian has made another landfall.
With the bay.
Yeah. Just south of Punta Gorda near Pirate Harbor at 1:45.
What do you mean 145?
That was the wind that it estimatedly made a landfall.
At 1:45 p.m.?
No, wind.
Oh, okay. Right now, honestly, once it gets fully over that bay, it's going to start rapidly dying. I wonder if it'll even last as long as you say it's going to last. Because it's really starting to collapse quite quickly. Just the overall structure and everything.
HQ.
Mm-hmm.
No, I never.
Hmm. Sorry for not talking, I'm just staring at the loop, just watching how it's starting to die out. Just trying to understand how this is going. no new flash flood warnings in Florida at the moment. There is a bunch of smaller flood warnings, river flood warnings, but those are a little bit less important. But yeah, river flood warnings for a lot of those rivers here. You can see them on screen here. So watch out for some river flooding there. Although at this time, only flash flood warning right now, which is anywhere near Florida. Or these ones in California and Nevada would be over here near Northport. And just looking at it right now, it does appear that we now have a storm surge watch issued for portions of areas west or east of Key West, Marathon, Key Colony Beach, Duck Key, Layton. These areas are under a storm surge watch, not a warning. The only area in far South Florida which is under a warning is the Key West area. Currently, wind gusts near Punta Gorda are reaching up to, 12 miles per hour in Punta Gorda right now. This is currently within the eye of the storm right now. Punta Gorda is in the eye, and they are getting only 12 mile per hour winds here. So, very calm winds are confirmed within the eye, and almost all the eye is currently over lands. It would look like here. So, this storm is really going to start weakening in terms of wind and pressure. Although with precipitation, I feel like it's going to start increasing with that. Especially as it moves more inland towards Orlando and areas like that. I feel like is when that flooding threat's going to increase. And if we take a look at the Weather Prediction Center here, see that they are expecting up to 20 or more inches of rainfall for portions of areas north of Orlando are expected to see precipitation up to 20 inches or higher. So that's way over a foot there. Way over 2 feet actually. Well, it's almost 2 feet actually. Yeah, just about 2 feet of rainfall is possible in those regions. Isolated higher is also possible. And this rainfall threat will continue not only today, but also through tomorrow. You can see this is our Weather Prediction Center outlook. There, and you can see high risk remains in effect for portions of Florida here. for most of Central Florida is actually in that high risk for excessive rainfall. And that also goes for some other regions. If we take a look at that real quick. WPC. Here it is. We also have a high risk for tomorrow as well. That goes mostly central and north Florida on the East Coast. Is generally where that high risk is for excessive rainfall there. And then a marginal goes all the way into the Carolinas there. So this storm is really going to start moving then. If we take a look at the latest National Hurricane Center outlook as of 2 p.m. here, you could see that this storm is going to continue on its little journey up. And it's actually going to make a second landfall in the Carolinas, most likely southern South Carolina here, and then eventually move north to North Carolina and possibly even Virginia there. As a tropical depression. So we are anticipating that the storm is going to speed up a little bit. And it's only going to take about 3 days to make it all the way into the Carolinas here, so I'd expect it to be moving out of Florida by tomorrow and arriving in the Carolinas by early Friday. So by tomorrow night, we should have a better forecast on the impacts of the Carolinas, what they will be, and if we are going to see a second hurricane landfall or just a tropical storm landfall on the Carolina coast, as there is a hurricane watch in effect all the way from South Carolina to Georgia. And we're also taking a look at the peak storm surge forecast, and 12 to 18 feet of storm surge remain possible for regions like Englewood and Bonita Beach. Over there, you have to worry about 12 to 18 feet, as well as Charlotte Harbor, 12 to 18 feet as well. So that primary threat has moved south from originally expected yesterday and the day before, which was Tampa, now to the Charlotte region. Over there is where you got to watch out near Bonita Beach.
You can really see how things can change in a matter of minutes, because in a matter of updates, because that strongest storm surge yesterday, this time, was closer to Tampa. And
Yeah.
now it's all the way down to Fort Myers. That's literally almost like a 20-mile, like 30-mile difference.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we don't want people to do things quickly, or we don't want people to say things quickly or too soon, because things can happen in like a matter of seconds.
And the forecast is always changing, so.
Yeah, like this storm was projected to go north when it hit Cuba, but it went northeast instead of going north, which is why it hit the Fort Myers area.
Yeah. I just keep staring at the satellite imagery.
There's still a high wind warning.
Extreme wind warning?
Yeah.
Yeah, that remains in effect till like 1 a.m.
How do you even get that?
On GR2 Analyst.
I don't have that.
It's a place file.
Oh, I don't have that. What is it called?
Which one is it? NWS Polygon No Shade Alerts from Place File Nation.
I don't have that. Okay, let me go look.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a full text, but it shows you like polygons and it shows you like flood warnings and all that. So it's kind of cool. You should get that. Yeah, let's take a look at the National Weather Service's, just see what their pages say. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that extreme wind warning. Yeah, I'll just read this text out. Extreme wind warning for southeastern Manatee County in west central Florida, Charlotte County in southwestern Florida, western DeSoto County in south central Florida, Lee County in southwestern Florida, Sarasota County in western central Florida until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3:03 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated extreme winds associated with the eyewall of Hurricane Ian, where moving onshore near ports, moving northeast at 5 miles per hour. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Take cover now. Treat these imminent extreme winds as if a tornado was approaching and move immediately to the safe room in your shelter. Take action now to protect your life. A tornado watch remains in effect until 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for South Central and Southwestern and West Central Florida. So that tornado watch will expire shortly. Dang, so many different alerts issued. Oh, rip current statement. Never thought this would be here. Why the heck does this not say just get out of the water?
Okay. So I can do this here and share my screen real quick. You don't have to show it, but as you can see, we are tracking the flash flood watch here. Oh wait, hold on. You know what? I'm doing this all wrong. I just realized that. Okay. As you can see, we are tracking this flash flood warning here for Charlotte, Manatee, and Sarasota counties. And you can see the training that we've had here for portions of Englewood and Charlotte Beach, and because at this point it's kind of moving northeast still, so it's still wrapping around those areas, and we're still expecting some potential, the potential for some flash flooding here. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a new issuance around here, or even up here, as we've had some training. But if we zoom out to the whole storm, you can see the whole storm is just huge, all the way up to Jacksonville. We're feeling some of the effects from it, not wind-wise, but rainfall-wise. Definitely expanded.
Mm-hmm. Look at the National Weather Service website. You know, I wish more weather services were like the National Weather Service in Melbourne. They're just superior. Hmm?
Who's superior?
The National Weather Service in Melbourne.
In what way? How?
Because they have graphical hazards while no one else does. In the South.
That is not true.
Pause, I didn't finish my sentence. In the National Weather Service southern region.
So they're superior for the southern region.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say.
The eastern region, most of them, if not all of them, have it. But every other office in the U.S. is stupid. Huh?
What eastern region has
National Weather Service eastern region.
Who is the Eastern region?
You don't know the national. You don't even know the regions of the National Weather Service.
All I know is that I'm in the Northeast region.
There is no Northeast region.
Yes, there is.
Look at my screen.
So then, who do I follow?
Eastern region is probably who you follow. Look, there is Western region, Central region, Eastern region, Southern region, and Alaska region, as well as Pacific for only Hawaii.
That might be WPC.
Yeah, WPC has different regions. They might have a wait. Hold on, I'll look up WPC regions. Yeah, the Weather Prediction Center has different regions.
Yeah.
This is just whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say because I knew I was in some type of Northeast region.
You know, you're not even in that though.
I am.
The Northeast River Forecast Center does not include New Jersey.
I said WPC.
This is WPC. There is no WPC regions.
Yes, there is.
Where?
I literally followed them on Twitter.
Send me the link. So let's take a look at the current radar here. So currently, Hurricane Ian is making its progress into Florida right now. Just about all the eye has made its way onto land right now. Just a little bit is currently over the water. But yeah, generally Ian is moving onto land. And we actually just got a report of 95 mile per hour winds here. Never mind, that's 95 knots. 110 mile per hour winds. Wow.
Yeah, the NWS MARFC.
MW what? Wait, say that abbreviation again.
NWS MARFC.
Middle Atlantic River Forecast Center?
Mm-hmm.
That's not Northeast. That's Mid-Atlantic.
That's what I said.
No, you said Northeast.
Oh. Yeah, I might have said that.
See, we are in the Mid-Atlantic. Northeast is like New England. Yeah, we should actually take a look at the River Forecast Center. See any flooding currently in Florida?
He got knocked down. Oh yeah.
Oh, a lot of the stations are currently in major flood stage. 17 total stations in the southeast region are in major flood stage. 2 of them being on the east coast of Georgia and the Carolinas, and there are 3 on the east coast of Florida, and a bunch others on the west coast of Florida in major or moderate flooding. Wow.
Sail drone went through. Oh, never mind.
In fact, I'm gonna actually open this up on Google Earth. See, we got data coming in here.
your Google Earth looks ugly.
What do you want me to do? This?
Yes. That looks so much better. Or even change it.
What do you mean change it?
You can change it.
How?
Go back, and then what you could do is you could bring the time back.
No. I know that. I thought you could actually change it.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, I tried to. I tried to.
That looks good.
Yeah, it's just when you zoom in really far, it gets low quality.
Well, what do you have to zoom in really close in for? Oh,
Did someone just use a toilet?
oh. No, I'm watching a live camera of Fort Myers.
Oh.
The waves are above the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad my teacher didn't go there.
He would have been fine.
No, he wouldn't. Because his hotel was right along the water.
Oh well. Just using my Google Earth browser.
I could never.
Why aren't you using your Google Earth browser?
Because that's not a really good browser.
Yeah, it's so slow.
Alright, let's talk long-term effects. People in Myrtle Beach need to be listening to this right now. Charleston need to be listening to this. Okay, Savannah. Okay. All those places are under a tropical storm warning. We have storm surge warnings in effect for Savannah and Charleston, just not Myrtle Beach. But Myrtle Beach, you are under that tropical storm warning. Now, also Wilmington, not Wilmington. Wilmington is a little bit, but we do have watches extending all the way to the Outer Banks, so that is pretty interesting. Otherwise, we are just watching a major storm right now, continuing to produce flash flooding through portions of Venice, Northport, Englewood, Minnesota Key, Venice Gardens, Charlotte Beach, Murdoch. Port Charlotte is about to get back into that northwestern eye. Okay, and also Arcata. Whatever happened to mine? I lost my thing again. I can't find it.
Also, they're expecting significant marine impacts. Forgot to mention that.
Also, lightning has been reduced so much. Let me share my screen and show you this. This says from my loop here, you can see this lightning has been reduced by a ton because it is weakening right now.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That is just amazing to see that.
Yeah.
I'll start tracking this eyewall.
And it's like moving off that bay too, so the bay can't save it anymore. It's going full land mode now.
Let me go ahead and track this storm, this eye wall here for you guys. What is this moving in? This is moving slow.
How far north does that tropical tab go? Ah, we lost it. What's happening Sunday into Monday?
What?
What's on Sunday into Monday?
For who?
For us.
We get the effects of Ian. Mm-hmm.
That would explain the significant marine hazard.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting Ian by that time.
Like Maryland and Delaware region, they have like significant or major, I mean.
Oof, no.
You know, I legit cannot wait for like tropic stuff. What am I talking about? I cannot wait for what's it called? Winter stuff. Like not even winter, like coastal storms.
Yeah.
I both hate it when I keep getting disappointed by the coastal storms, but I also love the idea of just tracking marine weather for no reason. And tracking rain and winds. Like, that's fun. And constantly waiting for a wind advisory or something. That's fun.
Why would you get a wind advisory during a winter storm?
I meant coastal storm.
Oh, yeah, that happens a lot during the fall here.
Yeah, I wonder when our first, like, nor'easter type storm will be.
We already got it.
Well, I'm saying, like, next one. Like,
Snow? You mean?
no, I'm saying, like,
regular?
a true winter storm.
We got all of
I
that
mean,
last year.
I mean coastal storm. Like, when our first coastal storm will be of the season. Like subtracting the like marine impacts coastal storm.
Like, including snow?
Not necessarily snow. I'm saying like wind.
Well, we got all that at the beginning of the year.
No, I'm saying like this season, like this fall.
Oh, this season? 2023? 2022, 23?
Yeah. If I ever say this year, I'm not counting last year. Or last season. This year, when I refer to this year, I mean 2022 to 2023.
Let me look at some models first.
So when do we want to end the stream?
Whenever we think is the most notable time, because this storm is still strong.
It's gonna stay strong for a while, man.
Yeah, I know, but it's stronger than I expect. Because it was supposed to originally go north, which would weaken it significantly.
Well, it's still dying.
It's actually current advisory at 5 p.m. has 140, so it's only dropped 5 miles per hour. Hurricane force winds are expected to hit Orlando within the next 5 hours, around 10 o'clock. And new tropical storm warnings have been issued for
Sebastian, isn't it?
I don't know.
Decline it and get him in the meet.
Hold on.
Just give him the link. He could join. solid. So yeah, right now it is looking quite interesting here. The storm is starting to weaken, and I actually want to take a look at that lightning. Off this data.
Okay, he's still not coming on because he just got kicked out of a server because someone said that this storm surge was higher than this storm surge is higher than Katrina's, and Sebastian said no.
So you got kicked out?
And so he got kicked out for it, and it was the same guy who.
Man, do you know how reasonable that is?
That's not reasonable.
I asked, do you know how reasonable it is? The answer is it's not.
It's not.
Exactly.
And it's the same guy that said that it would hit Mobile.
So why does he care?
Because he liked the server. And he got banned.
Sebastian with his servers.
But
Wait, what happened to him not joining any servers?
Like I was saying before he called, so new tropical storm warnings have been issued from Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, and now into the Outer Banks. Tropical storm watches have now been issued for the Outer Banks, and we also have new hurricane watches in effect for portions of eastern Florida, southeast Georgia, and southeast. Or is that southwest? I don't know. I'm gonna say southeast, South Carolina, or southwest. Either one. South Carolina. Why we put a hurricane watch?
Oh yeah, you're right. Lightning has significantly decreased. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we might get actually lots of impacts from being like thunderstorms, mainly. Too hard to tell though right now. This will be the last threat of the season for the continental United States.
Well, it might be.
Hurricane might, not threat in general.
Yeah. To be fair, it's like the only strong storm of the season, most likely.
Yeah. Let me pivotal weather. Need to see what the composites are. This is not looking good.
So, Manny, yeah, never mind, actually. This. Yep, so there's not much going on right now. The storm is mostly staying the same. It's just about fully on land now. It is moving very slow. I think like only 5 miles per hour. But yeah, the kind of videos that are coming in they're just horrible. Huh. am I reading right now? Just looking for any videos that are coming out of here. Ooh, okay, that's pretty strong flow of water there. Look at Tampa.
The whole state of South Carolina is literally under a tropical storm watch. Well, everybody most of the whole state. Just the exception of the northern part. But yeah, the whole state under a tropical storm watch.
Yeah. Right this, we have an avvisio e undicun repetiena incluye North Pole, Florida, Port Charlotte, Florida, Venice, Florida, hasta la 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
That's not how you say Eastern Daylight Time in Spanish.
No, it just says EDT right there.
We don't. That's not how you say it though in Spanish.
EDT.
That's Eastern Standard Time is Spanish. That's not Spanish.
No, it says EDT right there, so I'm just reading it. Avvisio de undición repetiana. Vigente hasta 7:15 p.m. EDT. Miércoles 28 de septiembre. Iwete Caminero Mayor su Beat Club a Chaves de Arenas Irundas. Udivis a un terreno más alto en Mediterráneo.
What would I repost it?
Yeah, 1 second. Pablo Chine 359,000 people. Esquilas 53 schools. Hospitalis 7 hospitals.
That's not how you say schools in Spanish.
Escuelas.
You need to take Spanish.
Well, I take Italian.
You're never gonna encounter an Italian person, and no, you will. You probably will, but unlikely.
It's not about encountering someone. It's about learning a language.
Yes, it is. That's why you take them.
No, well, man, it's not all about the one language you're most likely to encounter. It's just to learn a different language.
That's really
Diversify yourself.
Why? What would the other reason? Why would it be in school? That's why they do it.
Then why would they have other languages?
Because that's potential you could come across.
Okay, so why are you blaming me for taking Italian if it's in my school?
No Italian is no one speaks Italian.
So I want to know some of the language. All right. I'm more interested in Italian than Spanish. I'd rather take an AP Italian than AP Spanish.
Well, okay. So you're just gonna have to use a translating app when you come across a Spanish person.
Or the other person could just speak English.
What other person?
The Spanish-speaking person. I mean, there's not that many people who don't know any English in this country.
Yes, there are a lot.
Well, we're in the Northeast.
Okay, and there's more here than...
Texas and those states down there have more people from Hispanic countries.
And you travel there more, so you're more.
I
likely
don't
gonna
travel
cross.
there.
Yes, you did. You literally did.
Florida counts?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they were taken over by the Spanish at one point, so I guess that would make sense, but... Never thought of Florida as one of those states. Well, then I'll go to Georgia instead. Or Louisiana.
They literally speak French in Louisiana, and
They barely speak French.
yes, no,
They're
that's
not like Quebec.
What?
I said they're not like Quebec.
You mean Maine?
No, I mean Quebec.
No, we should say Maine because more people speak French.
France never even owned Maine.
And more people live there. I mean, no. People develop that language there.
Because of Quebec is just to the north, I guess. Well, northwest. Alright, well, we should probably wrap up the stream. Right, man?
I don't care.
You fine with that?
Sure.
Alright, so we're gonna wrap up the stream now.
No, hold on. We're gonna before we end this. New Jersey has more Spanish speaking people than Illinois, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Colorado, Nevada. No, not Nevada. Okay, so only Colorado, Illinois, New York, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. That's it.
Okay.
So you're most likely gonna come across one. So people, learn your Spanish.
I'm not going to. I'll just use Google
That's
Translate.
on you.
I'll use
That's
Google
on you.
Translate.
People, that's just wrong.
It's not wrong. It's what it's made for.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna wrap up the stream. Thank you for watching.
Education.
If you are still watching the
Go your
stream,
education.
if you are still watching the stream, I recommend you go check out any other channel or the National Weather Service / National Hurricane Center for further information. I heard Ryan Hall y'all has a good stream up, as well as
David Shaw Howard.
disregard that. N8 Snyder also has a pretty decent stream up, I believe. So yeah, go check out one of those channels, and yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream, fun and informative. And if anyone does have any further questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and have